We're back.
We're back.
Yeah, I had a tooth extraction, so I've been eating pudding and applesauce. But now, since it's healing, we're gonna go and actually start to bake things again, and trust that my gums. You don't want to hear about it anyway. So tonight we're going to be making a special recipe that is an echo from my childhood. I grew up next door to the Hughes girls, who are all adult women now. In fact, Melinda Hughes gave us these amazing implements. But Julie Hughes, one of her sisters, used to babysit for us. And when my parents, I don't know when they were, I don't know how, it doesn't matter how old they were. I was 14, so was my brother, and my younger brother and sister were how old were they? They'd be 11.
Yeah.
11. My parents went away for a week, and Julie Hughes stayed with us, and she was a senior in high school. So that goes to show how things have changed.
Yes.
My parents left us with a high school senior, and every single night that they were gone for a full week, Julie made her mother's incredible cornbread. We also went bowling, we threw water balloons, we dumped buckets of water off the roof, we did all sorts of things that involved troublemaking and minor danger. Anyway, Julie was the absolute best. She sent me her mother, Ginny Hughes's recipe, and so we're gonna make it tonight.
And I just want to pop in and talk about this recipe, and I'm going to put a little flaming danger counter in the bottom corner of the screen, because I would say, in terms of degree of difficulty, and we should start thinking about as we develop our videos and whether or not it turns into a YouTube channel or not, we should put information on these, like degree of difficulty and complexity of ingredients and that sort of thing. We haven't done any of that, but I will say this is the first time this recipe, although is not complex or difficult, so it doesn't earn a high degree of difficulty, it has a high degree of danger. Why is that, Jim?
Well,
because
you go on. I'll just nod.
You'll just nod. Okay. Well, you have to take a cast iron skillet. And where did we get a cast iron skillet?
We got the cast iron skillet from Julie Hughes.
Do you want to show the people? It's right here behind you.
Pretty cool.
Ooh, it came with the recipe. Anyway, so you basically put the cast iron skillet in an oven and you heat it up to 400 degrees. So everything's super hot. And then you add things to that 400 degree cast iron skillet and try to not kill yourself. So that's why I'm going to say high degree of danger. The recipe is not super complex, but we'll just see how we do.
Although the recipe is also not very, it's not really like an algorithm. It doesn't follow like a point by point. It's sort of intuitive.
Now I feel stuff.
Yeah, I am an INFP for those of you who follow the Myers-Briggs, which has been pretty roundly discredited. But as somebody who follows his hunches and his feelings more than logic or his sensory experience, you'd think this would be up my alley. But
I, on the other hand, sent little brief notes to Julie saying, wait, is this really what you mean? Wait, is this really what you mean? So I've gotten a little bit more clarity about the whole process.
I just want to know how we should feel about it.
Awesome. So we have our aprons on. We may or may not be wearing safety glasses. It's going to get dangerous. If you try this at home, be really, really careful. Anything else you want to say before we get to it?
Yes. Thank you, Julie. And I want to say hello to the other Hugheses, Beth Hughes, Melinda Hughes, Mo Hughes. And also we want to make a plug for Bainbridge Brewery, which is the brewery that Julie and her family own on Bainbridge Island in Washington State. If you end up on Bainbridge outside of Seattle, by all means go by their brewery. Or if you want to take stained glass lessons, check out Julie Hughes Everett. And she is an amazing artist. And you know what? When she was babysitting us that week in 1973, she went to her senior prom with Chuck Everett, and you'll notice that it's now Julie Hughes Everett.
Oh, did you guys have something to do with that?
I like to think so. Anyway, let's see how this turns out.
All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to heat that oven in the cast iron skillet up to 400 degrees, and everything else is going to sort of happen like around the oven. So when next we meet, we will be hopefully covered and protected, and or not, I don't know. High degree of danger.
You know what? Embrace the ambiguity. Here we go. So let's guide you through this. We have 1 1/3 cups of
Yellow cornmeal.
yellow cornmeal. And Dennis and Julie were texting back and forth about the benefits of yellow versus white cornmeal. So we have yellow. Apparently that is more flavorful. We also have a 1/3 cup of flour, just plain old flour. We're going to put in 1 1/4 tablespoons of salt. And we are going to put in 1 teaspoon of baking soda, not baking powder.
Totally different.
Totally. I mean, everyone knows that. Come on. And last of all, we're going to add
3 to 4 tablespoons of sugar. So that's like this feeling thing you were talking about. You're just gonna put in whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're gonna whisk that all together with our whisk. Thank you, Melinda.
From Melinda Hughes.
And then from there, to finish off the batter, we are going to add a cup of milk, 2 eggs, and a cup of sour cream, and that'll be the batter. And then
you'll see.
Because then things get hot.
Pretty incredible. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna do this while you're not watching, so go about your business, and we'll be back.
Jim is now sifting or whisking the dry ingredients together. Well, the oven is beeped, the oven is ready, and look what we made.
Yeah, we put in the milk, we put in the sour cream, an entire cup of sour cream.
And 2 eggs.
And 2 eggs. And it's a little bit lumpy, I think, from the sour cream. So what's going to happen is we are going to be doing the dangerous part of that. We're going to put the cats on the porch so that they do not get in the way and hurt themselves. Once we do this, I'm going to put up some pictures just for context of the Robinson family and the Hughes family.
A retrospective.
They're just going to be brief, just so you can get a sense of how...
Do you think there's going to be music?
That's not up to me.
Okay, well, we'll just have to see.
We'll find out. But anyway, just so that you can get a sense that cooking is always a reflection of one's
history.
History, I was going to say past.
Not past history. Past history.
Long time. Anyway, all right.
Long
Are you
time
ready?
ago. I'm ready. Let's do this thing.
Well, here we go. If there are any OSHA compliant people out there, it's too late.
It's too late. My mom knows where my will is. Okay. All right. Now, Jim's going to be very careful. I'm going to be very careful. Go ahead and start with the butter. Oh, look at that sizzle now. Okay, so we're going to let this butter sizzle. I'm going to coat the whole skillet. Being very, very careful. And once it's totally gone, we will add the batter. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Let's give it a chance here. Ooh, that's hot. Remember, this is 400 degrees, people. We are crazy. Oh. Almost there. Almost there. Now, chemically, Jim, why are we melting the butter in the bottom of this? You have no idea. I have no idea. None of us has any idea.
It just feels right.
Oh, this looks good, though.
It does look good. It smells good, too.
Awesome. Okay.
You
So
ready?
I'd say we
Can we do
are... Let's do it.
Okay, we go.
Very careful. Look at that. This is incredible. It's like science.
That's pretty neat.
So do you want to use your orange scraper and get some of that out, or just the spoon,
Let's
maybe?
use this right.
Okay. Oh, I remind you all not to try this at home unless you're trying this at home. Be very careful.
That's good. You think it?
That
That's good.
seems great.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
so now this next part of the recipe, we are just going to be pouring a cup of milk over the top of this. And this is sort of a custarding effect, I believe Julie said. So very slowly. We're not going to stir it. Oh no. We're just going to float it on the top like magic.
Very, very slow.
Oh, so slowly. I wonder if this is going to turn into eggs. Who knows? And then we bake them for 30 to 35 minutes, in case anyone is wondering. Ooh. Jim, that was a good job. I bet Julie's going to be proud of you. Okay, I'm going to very gently... Be careful. Put it back in. Oh, yeah.
Good Lord.
Look at that. Okay, I'm going to wipe up the little spills because, you know, it's an oven. Okay, and... Oh, we survived. Holy crap. Let's set that timer for 30 minutes.
right, here we go. Ready?
Ready.
Okay, bye.
'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go.
So, Mom, first of all, we have Eddie, we have Patty, we have a picture of Bobby, and we have Mom. So Dennis and I made Ginny Hughes's cornbread tonight, and after Julie sent us cast iron skillet in the mail with a picture of Ginny's actual index card with the recipe on it.
Right.
And as part of this for Julie, we're talking about the time in 1973 when you and Dad went away and left us in Julie's care when she was 18 years old and a senior in high school. So I
Oh.
asked each of you a question. So we'll start with you, Mom. Mom, why did you think it was okay to leave us with a teenager for an entire week while you went away?
I can't imagine why I did that, but I just needed to get away. That was it.
That's fine, Mom. Thank you very much. Patty, what do you remember most about Julie?
Chuck. It's a good answer.
That's good.
No, she was tons of fun.
Good. Very good.
And I just have to say that she must really like you guys, because sending a cast iron skillet from Seattle to Minnesota had to cost an arm and a leg.
It was super nice.
It was super nice, super nice. Anyways, no, Julie was super fun. She kept us all under control. She fed us really well.
Yeah, that's true. Eddie, is there anything you want to say to Julie, particularly about that week, or anything else about Julie? Anything?
I don't know. Yeah, I remember it felt like I had drank 7 milliliters of capsicum. It was really rugged.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it was. I loved having Julie around. I feel like we're speaking as if she's dead. And I do quote you, Julie, all the time about when you were in New Zealand and we saw you, and you said that you didn't go to New Zealand to save money or lose weight, which I think is one of the greatest lines of all time. No, it was so much fun when you were in charge, and I think you, like Jimmy and Patty said, you were definitely in charge, and it was a whole lot of fun.
And I just want to say that I regret taking all the louvered pieces of glass out of the window and locking the bathroom door and climbing out onto the roof and then putting them back, so that the bathroom door was permanently locked from the inside with no one in it. But
And I'm sorry that I screamed at the girl standing on the corner of Central and Glenhaven and made her sit down and cry, and you yelled at me for doing that.
yeah, so
I should not have done that.
yeah. But I want to thank you, Julie, for letting us learn by experience. I think that's probably the best way.
I haven't had any good pumpkin pie in a very long time. So
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but I love it.
Don't worry about it. And Bobby says hello, Julie. He says he loves you, and we're going to put a picture of him up. But he's busy. He's actually working tonight, so I'm at that.
Omelet.
So that was Dennis Curley singing "Leaving on a Jet Plane," and then also my family's attempt at Zoom. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this using the trowel. Is that what you call this thing?
I think it's a cake slice.
A cake slice that Julie sent. I'm gonna pass the cake slice off to Dennis. He'll hand me the camera and we'll watch him do it.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Da, 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 da. You need to turn that around the other way. There we go. Hello. All right. So I guess what do we do? Just cut this into like pie-shaped pieces?
I think that's what it calls
Okay.
for.
Oh, geez, that's loud. Okay. How is that a good size?
That's good.
All right. One of those, and do. Oh, it feels okay. I'm just going to talk a little bit about how it feels. If it has an eggy custard feel to it, which I think is right because it's called a custard cornbread.
That was good.
Look at that.
Wow, look at that.
Custard cornbread.
Huh. That's pretty amazing.
Whoa, I am impressed.
The best cornbread.
Wow, that's look at that.
Ah, it's impressive.
Yeah.
All right. So, Dennis, anything you want to say before we take it in to eat?
Let's eat.
All right. So this again, it's Virginia Hughes's custard cornbread, courtesy of Julie Hughes. Dennis, do you want to try it first?
I will try it first. What did Eddie say? The best cornbread ever?
He said pumpkin pie, but
Wow, that's really cool. There is a layer of custard on top of cornbread. Jim, try it. Tell me if this is what it's supposed to taste like. I have no idea.
that's it.
Is that right? Did we do it?
That's really good.
Wow, Julie, thank you so much for the cast iron skillet and the cake slice and the recipe. This is amazing.
Yeah. Incredible. Wow. Well, Julie, thank you. Thank you, omelet. And I don't know, I can actually eat this with my tooth situation.
It's awesome.
God, that's not appetizing. Love you,
Thanks,
Julie.
everybody.
Bye.